What's up? My name is Cole, aka Hot Boys, and I'm a competitive Smash Bros. Player from Scottsdale, Arizona. I love Smash Bros. And I've been playing it since I was a child, but I'd be a liar if I said I was very good at any of them. In 64, I play Ness and only PK Fire and back throw. I have next to nothing on my Melee resume. I have won a single best of 5 against my friend in Brawl using only down throw with DDD. I don't play 4, and I don't really have a main Smash Ultimate, though I did get second at a casual tournament. However, I have been playing Smash for quite a while, and I know a lot about games and systems. I, like most FGC people, was taught by getting destroyed by people better than me and having everything politely explained to me far too many times. I didn't know about things like SSBM tutorials or even how useful things like that can be to a blossoming player. I thought video guides were lame and not useful. This is coming from the guy who for 3 years built his own Hearthstone decks, to poor results I might add. So for all of you arrogant people out there who think they don't need help, this is for you. Learning from guides and videos is a great way to get better because, after all, fighting games and games in general are about applied knowledge. Using information you find online isn't ripping someone off or playing like somebody else. It's about using things that work in your own way. You have to learn the fundamentals before you can innovate. I have made this video to teach you the nuances of the game and how to learn them. This should apply to all of them, but 90% of my knowledge is in Melee and Ultimate, so they're my prime focus, I suppose. The main things I'm going to touch on here are how to look at the game, how to improve, and why you should do either of those things. How to look at the game. Competitive Smash as a concept is a weird combination of rock, paper, scissors, and sumo wrestling. Imagine every time 2 sumo wrestlers made contact, they had to stop and play a game of rock, paper, scissors. Attack, shield, and grab. These are your rock, paper, and scissors. Shield beats attack, grab beats shield, and attack beats grab. These are the methods you use to knock your opponent out. It might be weird to get your head around those mixed metaphors, but I promise you it makes sense. This is the most basic way to describe the game. It completely ignores advantage and disadvantage states, combo or punish game, and matchups. But the basic idea is there. If you look at the game as a series of rock, paper, scissors interactions, it can help you rationalize how you lost an interaction, or what you need to do more or less. If you keep getting grabbed, maybe play more aggressive and attack more. If you keep getting hit, maybe shield more, stuff like that. Neutral is the in-between time of the rock, paper, scissors interactions. During this time, both players should be feeling each other out and figuring out how to get an opening, using baits, fancy movement, or well-placed projectiles. This is the part of the game that most people have issues with or completely ignore. Running forward absent-mindedly and hitting the A or B button is the absence of neutral, but we're here to talk about competitive play, not your younger brother. Neutral is the most important part of any fighting game, without a doubt. However, to the average viewer, it might not be very interesting to watch. This is the hardest thing to improve because you might be able to sit and practice tech skill alone in your basement, but neutral is only able to be improved by playing other people, especially lots of different people. This is where going to tournaments comes in. The one I'm going to gloss over a little bit is Punish Game. It's basically just once you hit someone, taking that hit to its furthest extent. If someone had perfect Punish Game, once they got one hit, they wouldn't stop hitting their opponent until their opponent was dead. It's pretty straightforward and makes sense on its own. How to improve. Go to tournaments. For God's sake, go to tournaments. There's very little excuse. The worst sentence that makes me the most disappointed when talking about Smash Brothers is, "Oh, I'm not good enough to go to tournaments." Do you know what my first Melee tournament was? EVO, the largest fighting game tournament in the world. I went 0-2 in my first Smash 4 tournament by losing to 2 different top 5 players in my state. There is never a right time to go to tournaments. You will never have enough practice for your first tournament. However, if you keep going and keep playing different people, you'll improve, and you'll do better next time. Make friends and practice with them. There is always a tournament somewhat by you. There is always online, but don't rely on online practice as it's a shadow of what in-person practice can be. Improving is always hard, and I know I just yelled at you to do very specific things, but improving is such an abstract concept that it's hard to sit down and just do. Like, you can't just sit down and improve. But as long as you identify what you need to get better at and work on it, you should be fine. Why should you? If you're watching this video and made it this far, I would assume you already want to play Smash competitively. But if you're still unsure, let me give you this. Smash, Melee specifically, has helped me through a lot. Working on improving at yourself in any area, even Smash Brothers, helps you improve in general. It teaches you how to improve yourself in other ways. I met my girlfriend of 2 years partly through Smash. I've improved my social skills. I've learned patience and dedication. Putting your time and effort focused into improving at anything is a valuable way to spend your time, and I would highly recommend Smash Brothers as a way to do that. Now, a few inspirations and things to watch if you liked this video. Banana Boy has really good videos on how to improve at very specific things. Bobby Scar, a Melee player, he has this concept called a lean Melee. Look into that, it's really cool. It's about like doing things with perfect intent and never having issue, or not having any, having very lean gameplay and not doing anything that doesn't have a purpose. It's pretty interesting. And then Mike Askus, he's a YouTuber. He made a video about how Melee helped him through a physical injury that prevented him from working out. So that is also a really good video. It kind of touches on the last thing that I talked about. But yeah, thanks.